Hey makers, this is Yana with Mockys. Today I'm going to show you in Photoshop how to work with an image to add a shadow or a border around it so you can have two layers. And then we're going to take it to Cricut so you can see how it looks in Cricut. And if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing for more helpful tutorials for making cake toppers. Also, please take a look and join Mockys Makers Club on Facebook to get your 20% off code and other member perks. Okay, well, let's get started. After you have loaded your image, you want to go ahead and add some space around it so you can see the border that you're working with. Let's go on the top, image, canvas size, and whatever size you have, just increase it so you have a little bit border. In this case, it's a pretty big image, but I want to make it a little bit bigger so you can see what we're working with. Here we go. Now you can see that there is space around it. And if you're new to Photoshop, this checkerboard background means the image is on a transparent background, meaning there is no background behind this image. So now let's go to the layer palette over here on the right hand side. And I'm working on a Mac. So the shortcuts that I'm going to use are going to be a little bit different with PC. So here we go. Put your mouse pointer over the image on the layer palette, and then on the keyboard hit Command, and you can see that the mouse has turned into the little square marquee. Now you're gonna go ahead and click on that image. What that does is it create a little border, a marquee, looks like little marching ants around your image. So here what you're gonna do is you're gonna create and select, you're gonna go to modify, and you're gonna go expand. Here is what we're gonna do to show how much space you want between the image and this border that we're creating. We can do expand by 40 pixels and see what it looks like. If we like it, we keep it. If no, we can continue playing around. So let's try this. As you can see, the marching ants, the marquee has expanded. This is the border that's going to be in between. This works for me for this image, but you can go ahead and try a different one. You can go modify, or you can do contrast to go back and do so the marching ants go inside. But I like it the way it is. So now for the next step is we're gonna add a layer, and make sure your layer goes under your main image. And now we're gonna color this layer. So on the keyboard, I'm gonna hold Option and press Delete. So as you can see, the color that we had on our color palette was black. So the image behind now with these marching ants has filled into black. Let me show you what that looks like. If I turn off the top layer, now we have just the black layer. And these marching ants you can turn off by hitting Command D. It's gonna turn them off. Let's go ahead and save this now. So we're gonna have to hide one layer. Go to File, Save for Web. Don't worry about this warning. This is because my image is very big. What you need to know here is you must have PNG 24 selected and transparency selected. Everything else doesn't really matter. Hit save. Let's name the image. And now do the same thing for the second layer. Hide this one, turn the other one on. And now we're gonna go ahead to Cricut to open this in Cricut. Here we are in Cricut Design Space. We're gonna load the images we just saved. Hit Upload Image. Find where you saved your images. Let's do one at a time. This one is the background layer and it's only one color, so hit Simple and click continue. And click continue again. For this purpose, you want to make sure and hit save as print and cut image, even though we're going to just cut this part out. For some reason, Cricut Design Space changes the size if you choose the save as a cut image. So go ahead and do save as a print and cut image. Hit save. Now let's bring the second one. And since this has a lot of colors, we're going to choose complex. Hit continue. And again, choose the save as print and cut image and click save. Select both of these and do insert images. Now we get this warning symbol because these are really huge images for the print and cut. So let's go ahead and group these first and then make them smaller. Let's make it 6. Now let's ungroup them, but still select all of these layers, and now we're gonna align center. As you can see, you have the outline here and it's 2 layers. Now all you have to do is make sure that you choose your background layer and make sure to hit cut. This color doesn't really matter. You can have whatever color you want. If you want, you can choose it back to black. So now we have cut and print, and we have cut. Now all you have left is to click make it, and this image will print out on your printer, and then you're going to insert it back into the Cricut and cut, and it will cut it out. Then you will insert your secondary color, in this case a cardstock, and it will just simply cut it out. And if you have any questions, join Mockys Makers Club on Facebook and post your questions there. I'll see you there. Talk to you soon. Bye.